Welcome to the third and final matchup in fantasy booking wrestling. That's right, the FBW episode 3 of our third and final match in the tournament to determine the new heavyweight champion. And as we've seen in the first round, Chris Benoit lost to Daniel Bryan, moving Daniel Bryan forward to the championship match, and Bret Hart defeated Kurt Angle, moving him forward to this match, making it Daniel Bryan facing off against Bret Hart for the FBW Heavyweight Championship. Now, we already heard in both episodes what these guys' backgrounds look like, what organizations they've been through, how many title reigns they've had, how good they are. We've got to see that throughout these matches. The thing now that we're looking for is what is going to separate these two guys after going through a match each, facing off against another really gifted technician each one. You know, Chris Benoit for Daniel Bryan and Kurt Angle for Bret Hart. And now we're here at the final match for the championship. Let's not waste any time. Let the match begin. Ding, ding, ding. All right, so the match starts off. They're both in the ring. They go to the middle of the ring, both shake each other's hands, shine their respect. Neither guy is booed in this match. I want to point that out very clearly. This is, as I said, peak performance level for anybody that I put in these matches. So we got babyface, top of his ability, and top of the yes movement, Daniel Bryan. So big time top levels for both of these guys. They go to the middle, they shake hands. Commentary talks about the generational clash between Daniel Bryan and Bret Hart, how they come from two different eras, one dominated by fists and punching and all kinds of really brawlers and powerhouses is all they had back at that time. And Bret Hart was getting into it. And then CM Punk and Daniel Bryan both came in around the same time to that same sort of feeling. So they kind of are in the same boat. The larger-than-life characters, John Cena from Daniel Bryan's part, they had Sheamus, they had Kane, they had Undertaker. All these big guys still were there when Daniel Bryan came in. So they're both very similar parallels, but it's a generational gap. The commentary is talking about that in a very big way. So the first tie-up, they tie up and slowly begin transitioning, reversing each other's moves from hammerlock to full Nelson, from full Nelson to monkey flip into another collar elbow tie-up. Just crazy things that you could only see master technicians doing in the ring. After a little while, they reach a stalemate and break. Then they have another face-off. A huge pop from the crowd. The crowd is loving this action. It hasn't stopped since the beginning of the match. They both acknowledge each other, clap their hands like, good, all right, now I see what I'm going against. It's kind of a feeling out thing at the moment. Now they're kind of pacing each other in the room, in the middle of the ring. They have a big technical back and forth exchange again. Another long technical exchange. This time, Bret gets the advantage. He works Bryan to the ground, gets him into a surfboard position and holds him there for a while, just working that lower back, working the shoulders, working his arms as well, getting him ready for possibly a sharpshooter, softening his back up for that sharpshooter. After a while, Daniel ends up working his way back to a standing position and reverses it into a takedown of his own. He attempts the yes lock at this point, the lapel lock. He attempts that before Bret Hart flips, reverses it into his own sharpshooter attempt. And Daniel scuttles out of the way. He scrambles to get out of the way. And Daniel's in a seated position. Bret's standing in the middle of the ring. And Daniel's off in the corner just sitting there looking at Bret like, okay. Now I see. And the commentary is going crazy. The crowd is going crazy because this is very even matchup between these two. This is a very close matchup between these two, and it's something that is worth watching, something really good. At this point, they're talking about how much of a technical masterpiece this is, you know. If we had to have a multi-man, if we have to have like a multi-man commentary booth like they have today, 3 to 4 people, I would say Bobby Heenan, Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Jerry the King Lawler all in commentary at the same time, and all of them, Schiavone and JR are talking about the technical wonder this match is, and the others are talking up how good both competitors are doing and how hard they've all fought, you know, just really talking it up. Bret starts brawling. He's getting frustrated. He can't put Bryan away, and he knows it. He knows he's not putting him away anywhere, so he has to soften him up if it's possible. So his brawling side comes out, and they begin to brawl up the entranceway. He lands on his feet, they brawl up the entranceway, and after a little while of brawling up the entranceway, they get to the top at the top of the entranceway. I'm imagining something like the set is today, or even Attitude Era. I mean, it's just a lifted platform with a ramp that leads to the ring, you know. So they get to the top of that, and Bret throws Daniel off of the elevated entrance way. Daniel lands on his feet, turns around, runs up, like climbs up onto the set, and hits a running knee. After that, they work their way back down the ramp towards the ring. Once they get to the ring, they reach it, start fighting each other, throwing each other into things. You know, Bret Hart throws Daniel into the ring barricade. He grabs Daniel. Daniel reverses it, smashes his head into the ringside barricade. Then Bret Hart grabs Daniel, tries throwing him into the corner post. Daniel reverses it, smashes his head into that corner post. Now they're by the announcers' tables. All right, so Bret starts to clear off one of these announce tables, moving stuff off of it, all the monitors, getting the tabletop part off of it. He puts Bryan up on the table, and then he climbs up on the table. The commentary is like, "What are you doing, Bret? What is going on? What is happening here? Oh my goodness, no. And Bret pile drives Daniel Bryan on top of that table, hitting him. The table doesn't break, it doesn't budge, but Bret hits a pile driver on top of the table, then rolls Daniel Bryan back into the ring. After he does that, he climbs into the ring, signals for a forearm. He climbs to the middle rope, gets up there, dives. Whenever he goes for that forearm, he misses. Now that's a big part. After he misses, Daniel Bryan capitalizes on that by grabbing his forearm that had just hit the ground, putting it into the label lock. And after much exhaustion, after much tired, Bret Hart is too tired to respond, too tired to be able to kick out, to be able to escape, to climb to the ropes or anything of that nature, and is forced to submit, to tap out to Daniel Bryan, making Daniel Bryan our first ever FBW Heavyweight Champion. Now, this is the first and a groundbreaking thing we got right here. Daniel Bryan is our first ever heavyweight champion. We're gonna have more championships revealed later, but it will be all in story from this point on. So, get ready for some good stuff. There's more things to come on the way. The FBW is going to be announcing its new head, the leader of the company, pretty much, who's going to be the guy running the show for you, will be announced in the next couple of episodes, as well as what our show will be called. It's not just going to be FBW Wrestling. We're going to have ourselves a show that we can put up here once a week for your entertainment, you know. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A weekly show where you can just listen to all of these crazy what ifs and be like, whoa, hopefully you're entertained by it. If you're not entertained, well, I'm sorry. Put a lot of work into this and I hope you are. Guys, Daniel Bryan is the new FBW champion moving forward. And we'll be talking to you more about everything else in the coming up weeks, I'd say, maybe even days. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out, and we'll be talking to you soon. I'm the 5-star kid. We'll be talking to you here after a little while.